The world, we've got world-class players and are all capable of scoring goals, but we have a chance, and this crowd will make us believe we have a chance because there'll be a special atmosphere here tonight. But the most important thing is we don't concede a goal. If we concede a goal, then that's virtually going to be the end of it, but for me anyway. But as long as we can keep a clean sheet, and if we can nick an early goal, it might upset them, and it'll certainly lift this crowd to volumes that we haven't heard here for a while.
Oh yeah, there's plenty going on outside the ground already. What do you make of Liverpool's goalkeeper, Alisson? I mean, it's a different game now in many respects. He uses his feet as much as his hands.
Well, I think he's done magnificent here. I think him and Van Dijk have made a massive difference to the team this year. I think last year we conceded too many goals and soft goals. This year, he's kept, I think, a record number of clean sheets for the Premiership. So he's done really well. He looks in control of things. He's got a presence about himself. And of course, Van Dijk has just been absolutely magnificent in front of him. So if those two can help to keep a clean sheet tonight, who knows what the forwards and the midfield players can do in front of them.
How would you have got on with the ball at your feet?
Sorry?
How would you have got on with the ball at your feet?
No problem. I used to play in five-a-sides all the time. Some people say I wasn't the best, but I enjoyed it.
Would have been a dream final for you, Liverpool Spurs. Not going to happen, is it?
Well, let's see how tonight goes, and then we'll move on to tomorrow night. I mean, obviously Tottenham last week, the first half were quite poor. Second half they did better, upset Ajax a little bit, but obviously it's a massive task to go out there to Amsterdam and do what they've got to do. So they're capable of it because there's only one goal in it, whereas tonight, obviously, we need big numbers to get in front of here.
Numbers. Thanks very much, Ray. Thanks to you, Gary.
Always lovely to hear from Ray Clemence, great man, great goalkeeper. The other end of the pitch, Liverpool, their strikers, obviously they're disjointed tonight. They've lost two of their big stars, so Shaqiri comes in. We can see him there probably playing behind the front two of Origi and Mane.
Yeah, and I think the difference with Origi and Mane up there, if you're playing the two up there against this Barcelona defence, you'll say pace is something that will be able to unsettle them. If they can get the ball up there quick enough and then get the players in behind them, they can cause problems because Mane's movement is phenomenal. And then once he gets in, he showed this year how clinical he can be. But listen, it's going to be a big, tough ask. Listen, Origi's come up with some important goals this year. Everton in the derby, and the weekend. He scored again. So he's capable of producing a moment here or there. But listen, this is a huge ask for him.
Oh. What do you make of him, Robbie? Origi, is the potential there?
Yeah, potential. Look, I mean, this is a player who, 2-3 years ago, he was keeping Lukaku and Benteke out of the Belgian national team. So there's something in there. He hasn't really shown at Liverpool.
Pitch, Liverpool, their strikers, obviously they're disjointed tonight. They've lost two of their big stars, so Shaqiri comes in. We can see him there probably playing behind the front two of Origi and Mane.
Yeah, and I think the difference with Origi and Mane up there, if you're playing the two up there against this Barcelona defence, you'll say pace is something that will be able to unsettle them. If they can get the ball up there quick enough and then get the players in behind them, they can cause problems because Mane's movement is phenomenal. And then once he gets in, he showed this year how clinical he can be. But listen, it's going to be a big, tough ask. Listen, Origi's come up with some important goals this year. Everton in the derby, and the weekend. He scored again. So he's capable of producing a moment here or there. But listen, this is a huge ask for him.
Oh. What do you make of him, Robbie? Origi, is the potential there?
Yeah, potential. Look, I mean, this is a player who, 2-3 years ago, he was keeping Lukaku and Benteke out of the Belgian national team. So there's something in there. He hasn't really shown at Liverpool.
That and they help me. They help my family. They love my family. For me, it's very important that.
So you're bringing children, Benjamin, a lot of the family are coming?
They are so excited for that because my second baby, his second kid, Benjamin, born here. The first stadium he coming is here at Anfield. Delfina know the song that You Never Walk Alone. When I call to my wife and say we play in Liverpool in few weeks, she say I go. They listen and they say we go, Mom. No, we don't stay here. for me, it's a lovely that because they love Liverpool, they love Anfield, they love the people of Liverpool.
But in Barcelona, for 90 minutes, it looked like you completely forgot you were ever at Liverpool. You scored a goal, you celebrated, you were arguing with players. I mean, is that the way it has to be?
How I say in English is the people love the football. The people understand the football. It's a semi-final, the football. It's a semi-final you play at home to have a really good. My home with the supporter, my supporters, my family, but I have so respect for the Liverpool fans here. I don't celebrate the goal here. They know that because I have the respect here in Anfield.
Do you think now, looking at the match itself, do you think Barcelona could ever let a 3-goal lead slip?
In football, you never know what happened on the pitch because the last year we won 4-1 in home and they were lost away. In Champions League, you need to focus on the 90 minutes. If you not concentrate in 1 minute, they score. The Liverpool supporter so fight for they put so fight for they push it, and we are so attention for that.
Well, there he is warming up alongside Philippe Coutinho, also played here at Anfield, of course, on many occasions. We've got two great former Liverpool strikers here alongside us this evening. Where does he rate, Robbie?
Look, I'm a big fan of him as a player. Don't get me wrong, I thought he was brilliant when he was here. I have a big problem with the way the fans love him. I really do. Because,
why?
Because he left Liverpool, right, and everyone's going on about, you know, listen, you can go and play for Barcelona, go and play, but the way he left Liverpool, he wanted to go and move to Arsenal, and all of a sudden people go, oh, well, he stayed and he was still brilliant and he never down tools. He started playing well because he wanted to leave. You know, he wanted to go to Arsenal. If Liverpool would have
let him go. So you think he only started to play well because he wanted to leave?
And
really?
I have a big thing with that, so that's what annoys me about the Liverpool fans. They love him. But I mean, Michael won't like me for saying this, but Michael done far more for this club than what he ever did.
Well, I think he would like you for saying that.
And all
I love you for saying that.
And all of a sudden now he comes out and he goes, I'm not interested whether he celebrates or scored or not, but his antics last week when play against Liverpool showed no respect whatsoever. I know he's a street footballer, if you like, but I thought, at times his behaviour towards Liverpool, the club, the fans, during that game showed no respect whatsoever. And he's coming out now talking about he's going to not celebrate if he scored here because he's going to show his respect. Where was his respect last week? It was just non-existent. For me, I have a big problem with him.
Yeah. Concur, Michael, with that, or?
Well, I think Robbie's right in terms of he's a street footballer. Nobody, if you're not on his team, you're not going to like him, are you? You know, he'll fight his granny to win a game.
But as a footballer, as a centre forward.
I don't think Robbie will disagree. When he was here, he was unbelievable. I mean, we've seen some great strikes. Torres was amazing here, obviously before that, Robbie. But this fella was absolutely exceptional. In fact, I think he was better at Liverpool than he possibly is at Barcelona. I think he was that good. But again, I agree with Robbie in that, you know, I don't buy that respect stuff, you know, in terms of I won't celebrate. I mean, I'd celebrate whatever goal I scored, you know, and I think people can play up to the fans when they're talking.
Question for you, Rio. Would you sooner play against Suarez, Mane, Salah, Firmino?
I played against Suarez.
You did? Of course you would have done,
Mane, so, listen, this fella, you know, for 90 minutes, he's a nuisance.
Yeah.
He's stubbed going down your Achilles when you're playing the ball. He's grappling with you, he's moaning, he's snarling. Yeah. So he's always a problem.
Yeah. Should Liverpool wind him up tonight? Because he's his temperament.
Without a shadow. One of Liverpool's advantages now is obviously you need to try and wind him up, try and get him booked, try and get him sent off. You don't really condone that, you don't really want to say that, but maybe that's an advantage Liverpool can use.
But what I would say about him is he's changed a little bit in the way he plays. He identified that obviously, and very much obviously, Messi is the king at this club. He's playing the sideshow role, which is commendable for any footballer to understand that and then play that role. It's from being the absolute number 9 at a football club before.
OK, time to head pitchside again, where Des Kelly is with tonight's co-commentator, Steve McManaman.
Thanks, Gary. I'm here with Macca. Should we pick up on the Suarez debate? Because Robbie and Michael have given him a good shoe in the studio. He was talking peace and love and respect in the interview I did with him yesterday. Do you think the fans are going to buy it here tonight?
Well, I think they'll hammer him, to be honest, Des, just because of his actions and the way he played the game at Camp Nou last week. Don't get me wrong, I think if he's in your team and you support him, everything he does to the opposition harries them, causes problems, tries to irritate them, trying to get the opposition sending off. That's fine when you support them, but of course the Liverpool fans will take that into consideration, his actions last week, and he will probably expect what they're going to get given tonight.
With no Mo Salah, no Firmino, Shaqiri has got to be the man tonight, as he's got to...
To the front three who have been excellent, but it's up to Shaqiri, it's up to Origi, who's played bit parts this year and scored important goals. It's up to them to really make a name for themselves this evening.
And what about tonight? What's going to happen?
I think the atmosphere will be raucous. I think it'll be incredible. I think Liverpool will score first. I think Liverpool will win the game. Whether they can get over the line is another question, but I think Liverpool will win.
Thanks, Mike. Back to you, Gary.
Thanks, gents. We're about 20 minutes away from kick-off. Stay with us after the break when we'll hear more from the Liverpool manager, Jurgen Klopp.